The beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movements start from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.
It's okay. It's really okay.
You had the Ocho Cinco.
What's the Ocho Cinco? Oh, the domestic violence?
No, the
What?
enhancements.
You had enhancements?
Even though they saying now they saying he was being sarcastic with Stephen A. So
Like
this is
genital enhancements?
So mic check, 1 2 1 2.
What?
We gonna start the pod with this one. It's in the news. Fuck it, we gonna start the pod, man.
What?
Welcome to the Streets A&R Podcast. It's your host Giddy Jicky with it,
Damn, this your girl CLB.
and we starting with some. Hey, it's Jess with the mess, but no, it's I'm informing Sierra of a conversation that happened on another podcast, a Stephen A. podcast with Ocho Cinco, and he said, "This is what he said." I'm gonna paraphrase, but this is what he said. He said he was hitting the chickies with his girl, and she was like, "Go deeper." And he said, "I ain't got no more."
Oh my God.
He said, "I never wanted to have that experience ever in my life again." He said, "So he's like, Stephen, I ain't gonna lie. I went." Said my life is open book. I went and got an enhancement. He said I went from a 3 to 11.
I believe that statement. The way he talks.
The way that's how he talking. Like he's saying it, and it's like just all this right. So now new interview comes out with K. Michelle. K. Michelle says this shit funny for no reason. K. Michelle gets on like I ain't gonna lie. She's like Ocho. And this was I guess years ago when they was messing around. She's like he pulled out. I was like, she's like, that's too big. I can't do nothing with that. I don't know what the time frame is and none of this, right?
Oh my God.
So most people are like, people in her comments like that's because he had an enhancement. And people like, y'all, he's being sarcastic. He was being sarcastic with Stephen A. and playing with him and just kind of get viral hits. I'm like,
that don't really sound like a sarcastic statement. Like the way you put it sounded exactly like him, and the rollout of that didn't sound sarcastic.
right. Me personally, I have no care or no stake in that game.
But what does that entail? What is the surgical procedure?
I don't know what that surgical procedure is. From what I know is that there is a procedure, but they actually only really make more width with it, not length. So I don't know what.
Never mind. No, I'm just getting too deep.
You have to ask. Apparently, he getting too deep now because you're gonna have to ask him.
Damn.
You're gonna have to ask him yourself on if he was telling the truth and what that entails. If he telling the truth, I don't know.
Oof.
If we was monetized, we gonna get demonetized after this one. We gonna lose all our sponsors. Well, no, I'm playing.
God bless him.
He said he'd bless myself.
Man, that's
so deep. I ain't got
no more. That's some
I'm all out.
That's the most harpo-ish shit I've ever heard.
I said it like he didn't really say it like that. I put the little sauce on it. But that's some funny shit. I ain't got no more.
Wow.
I wish we had a nighttime pod if I didn't have a real job. Because I tell you what, shout out to hanging out with women. Because you fellas are horrendous, disgusting, pitiful creatures.
Oh, horrible.
I'm sorry.
Horrible.
I'm sorry.
I can't even say where I saw this person, but I'll say it was somebody years ago that hopped in my inbox. Like, when I say grown, I mean grown. And I'm grown. I'm 33. But when I say grown, for them, I mean grown. And I recently seen them, like, in a setting of leadership, and I couldn't do nothing but laugh. Because I was like, just the shit that was said. Oh, my God.
We got to see that later. I want to see that one. Wait, is it words or pictures? I hope it ain't pictures. I don't want to see no pictures.
It was so much I didn't keep it.
Dang it. Well, recap.
But I'll tell you
after the show. Man, oh man, this is not what the show about.
Jesus.
Shout out to everybody. Body positivity.
Yeah.
Hey, Lizzo.
Oh, she looks great.
It's your boy.
She looks great.
Just sitting next to her. Like my homie said, what's up?
Another body positivity. Shout out Sierra. All that baby, the baby weight is well proportioned, and she has Terry Taylor as one of her choreographers now. So her dance moves is just like
on point.
Camera work.
I don't follow her even. Shit, I ain't seen it.
We'll follow her.
Man, we're gonna have to. I guess speaking of choreography, I have yet to. I'm gonna talk a little music real quick. I've yet to truly sit and watch the Nokia video. And
I haven't.
And it looks fire.
I haven't watched it.
They said it's extremely artistic, and it's all black and white, and it looks fire with the dancers and everything. I just have not actually. I've seen like little snippets and clips because people talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something I just need to actually sit and watch.
Well, we both need to watch it because I keep hearing about it, but I haven't tuned in yet.
We clearly don't like Drake up here. So, but I will watch the video.
We like you, Aubrey. It's just too much mess.
Like we like Aubrey, we don't like Drake.
Right.
But no, it's just yeah, I definitely need to check that out. But see what we got on the docket today. You brought up a couple conversations. We finally ain't got no guests. We went on a little round. We coming right back with some guests. Don't worry.
Yeah, we are.
Hey, we got some real good
motherfucking
real
guests.
ones, and it's real soon. But yeah,
y'all
man.
definitely gonna be tuned in. But no, one thing we hit on was Dreamville Fest was last weekend, which is the last Dreamville Fest of them all.
Mm-hmm.
And Erykah Badu joined J. Cole on stage for what was the track?
I can't remember
something for the intro. I forgot. I don't know how I forgot the title of the song. But first time they've ever performed it together. 15 years the song's been out. And
crazy.
Yeah, that was a moment. But it was crazy because there was no crowd interaction. It goes to show you the demographic that attended.
They young guys demographic.
Yeah, they have no clue
about what some of this shit is. You know what I'm saying?
Friday Night Lights time frame. That was like, what, 2012?
No, it was before.
2010?
It was because J. Cole came to my school to perform, and I think Friday Night Lights was out. Is that the first tape? That's like one of his first tapes.
One of the main ones.
Yeah, I think that was like 2008, 2009-ish. Yeah, that's
2010.
2010.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and was you born young? No. Yeah.
Okay.
7 years old is crazy.
That's nuts.
2010. I'm graduating college. This nigga talking about I was 7.
That's crazy. I was a sophomore in college. What a time.
That's crazy. But shout out to them, man. Shout out to Dreamville. And just literally, we gonna do a festival, but they did a festival.
Not for real.
And they kind of helped spurn this new festival run of not just labels, but different entities wanting to do their own festivals and put the talent on. It's been pretty cool to watch. I'm sad I never got to go.
Yeah, me neither.
But, but they're always been like a leader in trying to do shit. Remember, like they don't know the Dollar and the Dream tour.
What a time.
The Dollar and the Dream tour was crazy, bro.
$1.
And he would announce the day of the show where he was at, and it would be $1 to get in.
$1.
$1.
We love you, Jermaine.
What a comeback.
And now we are paying $450 to see Chris Brown's 20th anniversary.
Which is crazy.
Nuts. That's going to be a good ass show, though. I can't wait.
I do have a question. And I was confused. When we was hanging with Bas. And it just feels like is something going on in Dreamville? They're dismantling for the most part.
It's crazy you say that because the energy is definitely felt between Bas, Ari, and her statements made. It was nice to see her on the Dreamville stage, though.
Earthgang,
Kaz and his crew, his LA crew, is kind of like going their own separate ways.
In their own way. They about to make an album with Reason.
Yeah. Omen looked like he's making a return, but I don't know if it's through Dreamville because all of his shit was taken off all the DSPs after he dropped Elephant. I forgot what that album was called. That shit was fire.
Yeah, I got it. That's one of the ones I go back to. I forgot the name, but it's Elephant something. But yeah, I got it in my phone.
He ain't dropped nothing since then.
Which I think he been doing a lot of the writing. He been writer and stuff, but because even when the homie was here, man, and I didn't know who he was talking about when he was saying like label situation. I didn't know what I'm like Interscope? Because I wasn't fathoming like, I know you talking about Dreamville. And he didn't say there was nothing bad or nothing like blatant. It just feels like
the energy's different.
Yeah, like it feels like it's dissipating because even with Earthgang releasing, I don't remember seeing a push from no Dreamville artists. It was they just kind of let that shit out. Fire ass album too. It just feels like it's going away, and with everything dissipate, just leaving. I'm like, Jermaine, are you really like? I feel like he's leaving the industry, not leaving rapping. I think he's leaving the industry.
I wouldn't be shocked. And it's crazy. I've been feeling this way since real shit. Cole been saying like he about to disappear since fucking 2016.
Yeah, it's been a while. Since Around to Pimp a Butterfly, he literally been saying I'm gonna leave, dog.
Yeah,
and I think he's been tired of he's clearly tired of the industry bullshit, and it's come out in how he's maneuvered, even how he maneuvered his music and his label, which has been great. But I think he's dissolving. It feels like we had a run. I'm cool. I want to go live my life.
Yeah,
I want to ride my bike, drive my beater, pull up on some basketball games, and go to Africa, be in the league over there, be with my family, and we good.
Yeah, no facts. Because once I noticed, of course, Bas was at Astro, and he opened for what band was that? Jungle. But then to see his recent contract with Live Nation, individualized contract, I was like, something's going on.
Yeah, I hope that he actually, and I think it's gonna come out when the fall off comes out. I think it's gonna be this is it, and we're relinquishing everything. Is it? Everybody over there is feeling like an individual moving,
right? And I mean, Ibrahim is the president of Dreamville, and that's Boss's brother. So something's going on.
It is, and if it's over, what an impact! Shit.
What a beautiful time.
Like, I don't, you can't even say nothing about it if it's not, and what we fail to realize is most labels do end.
Yeah, they do. I think another thing about it is like a lot of moves that Cole and his team have made, they've been so organic, grassroots, nostalgic. When shit becomes super commercialized where you can't avoid it, you hit a brick wall like, all right, well, I did what I could do. Folks is used to this and they follow the pack. So
I think they've outdone their goal. And I think it's crazy. I was watching Will Smith interview earlier.
With who?
Drink Champs. They just dropped.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I gotta catch that tonight.
And he's talked about, people talk about rock bottom. He said, I have a concept of cliff high. So it's rock bottom, cliff high, where it's the same effect, where you get so high and you just go into an abyss where you realize none of that shit matters. I don't know. I feel like Cole is in a place where he knows, he's like, I don't want nothing. There's nothing this can give me anymore. I did it. Outside of him just wanting to rap, and I think even that the almost battle disheartened him a little bit because he just wanted to rap, and he had like, damn, this ain't even rap.
Right. No matter how well you can rap.
Yeah, then like,
doesn't matter.
It's time for me to go because I'm in this as a purist and love for the culture. And it's not to say that neither one of them don't love the culture. That's not what that was about. And
it's a weird position to be in too, like when you consider the fact that Cole's biracial, it goes deeper. Of course, like Kendrick was talking about, or highlighting the misappropriation of the black culture when it comes to Drake. But Cole is such a deep thinker and processor. I could only imagine.
I hope he don't feel like it was shots at him. Because
I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked, but Cole is a representation of what it means to be in that position. And and not overstepping either way. It's
Right.
just,
But really coming out the trenches.
But really coming out of Vietnam. Really mom living with just mom, and it's all these people around, and you really out here in the hood, and you really had to go to New York and go to school.
Mm-hmm.
You really figured it out in New York. Like, you really did it. So it's not a shot at you, but it's still hard when they know that the identity portion is still part of your identity.
Right.
So they're attacking an identity and not just a full concept.
Mm-hmm.
So even though Kendrick is really more so attacking the concept of you faking, Cole, you weren't faking. That's really what he's getting at. You're
Right.
faking, and I'm glad he didn't, but he could have played them against each other.
He could.
This is what you should have been doing. Him. This is what you did. But it's all good. We're going to let that shit die.
Damn.
But
We're on this side. It's wild hearing us on this side of the beef.
yeah.
It was a whole.
you was ready to tear. You was so
motherfucking-
disappointed in my man's.
I was.
You was ready to tear his head off. Like,
I was so mad.
ass
Like,
nigga, why
don't
you
do
back
that. Don't do that. But it's like I get it and I understand it. But it's
Yeah.
like shit.
yeah, it's cool, man. But if it's over for Dreamville, shout out to y'all even rolling out that it's over. This is a rollout of it's over.
Because how
I've
long
never seen-
Dreamville Fest been going on? 5 years?
I want to say 5 or 6. I think it's 5. But if this is over, this is a hell of a rollout. It's over. To even pay all that money to get all your mixtape shit,
Yeah.
you putting it all out there for the world.
Just give us a tour titled Last Call. Please.
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 But I'm like with all y'all, I'm like, hell, TDE did it when they had the championship tour.
Please. I'm going to say it again.
We want
Cole,
one.
please.
If it's over, Cole, if the dream is now reality, if it's no
Woo!
more dream, give us a tour.
No
big
more
dog.
dream. That's the thing. It's not a fucking dream no more. It's not a dream.
It's not a dream. Yeah, even if they call it's the reality tour, and be done. Hey, give us
Last
one, but
call.
go to every single fucking city. Don't say we just hitting the big markets. You the king of taking care of the everyday person. Hit our market, hit every city possible, and be like, we not taking no for an answer.
Right.
Even if y'all ain't getting no guaranteed money, be like, we coming ourselves, we'll take the split at the door. We'll do the deal directly with the venue if we got to. Just get it done and put it one last time. I'm talking about a mega tour. And just be like, we gonna spend 6 months on the road.
Do $1 and $1 shit
And do some of them
again.
shits too. What? They gotta have sponsors for that. So somebody sponsor it so they can get their money. That'd be hard if he was.
Shit. I mean, if you already planned on going out without a tour, like you didn't really need it. So
Music gonna chart like crazy. You talking about being the king. The conversation would shift back to is Cole the king.
That's how you go out like
it would
the
shift
king.
back. I'm going out for the people because I serve the people.
right.
That's it. Fuck the money. We serve the people.
And then run for mayor of Fayetteville. I'm just
Do it
saying
all.
that's how shit goes.
Gonna be governor of North Carolina. The governor, which would be crazy. He will win.
Yeah, he would.
He would win. That's crazy, man. Man, best of luck to y'all, man.
Damn, I love
Shout
y'all.
So much talent. So much talent. But I kind of hope y'all do all go independent so we can afford you niggas to go on down here to Omaha.
Bro, whoever manages Ari, please place her on the correct tours.
For the love of God. Who was she with? Was it Rod Wave?
Yes.
You got people in the crowd having mental health breakdowns and she trying to sing love ballads and sex ballads.
Dude, that's like putting Coco Jones with Rob 49. Like, the fuck? It makes
We wanted
no-
to break her into another market.
I
Nah,
get it.
I'm not gonna say you should stay right there. If you're gonna break her into another market, you got to do a different market style of music. You got to do some different music.
Yeah.
That's all that is. I don't know what y'all talking about. You can't do neo soul. Ain't gonna break the market. This ain't 2004.
I feel like I have an idea who threw her on that.
It's okay.
That's why this dismantling is probably real.
yeah, it's yeah, that was a wild move. That was signs of the end right there.
Signs of the times.
Let's just see if it can happen. No, we can't break her into a new market. That ain't the market to break her into.
No,
should have put her with a pop artist. You should have.
That's the name of the tour. Sign of the times. Then come out with a project called Last Call. There we go.
Mm-hmm. I'm with it. I'm actually with it. We like endings here for new beginnings.
We do. Speaking of new beginnings, Mr. Willard Smith.
Oh man, Will Smith. I have not had a chance to get his album.
We listened to me and Shotty listened to I think like the first 3 songs. We were like, okay, because I guess what he got who was it? Jay-Z and Kendrick to review it before he put it out. I think he said something like that.
I don't know who he got. He did say he had some people review it. He didn't on the interview. So he dropped the interview with Drink Champs. He didn't say exactly who was listening to it, but he did get people to review it and just and they were even. And I know Noriega was like, he's like, if the first 2 songs don't make you want to listen to it, he's like, your ear's trash. Like he said, the first 2 songs will get you there to listen
for real.
to the project. But shout out to Will Smith for being human. And he talked about that too. Like after the incident of slapping the bitch nigga, he went into a hole. He's admitted like I went to a hole and just basically disappeared. He said he probably didn't even check like social media for like 5-6 months. Like he just shut down. Right, he shut it down. But he said one of the things he said on that interview that was striking is like I had to literally tap back into myself and be okay with me, meaning what y'all see is Will Smith. Mm-hmm. I have some things that I don't show to the public. That's also me. Mm-hmm. I have to be okay with that shit in me too.
Have you read his book yet?
I have it. It's sitting on my mantle. I do.
You should because I read it maybe like a year or 2 before the Oscar thing took place, and it made so much fucking sense in terms of identity, certain identity crisis, and not feeling like he had his own personality or comfortable enough to be himself, and it made sense. Like, so that's great. That's crazy. That's an interesting statement. Yeah. I'd recommend it. Great read.
Got you. It's literally thick ass book sitting on my mantle. But and it's funny because they asked him, the question rapping or acting, and his response was basically he's more natural of an actor because he can tap into. He's always been able to copy and mimic. Mm-hmm. You can be other people. And he's like, it's just my love is for hip hop and hip hop culture, but it's just more natural to be an actor, and that goes into. It's easy to be somebody else. Kind of what Riss was saying. It's easy to be somebody else when you're acting. When you got to expose yourself, that's when shit get tricky. That's when it get tricky. But I've always been a fan of Will. You know what I'm saying? Like, just as a human. Like, I've always been. Like, you're not fooling me with the always smiling shit. Like, I can see you. Like, but he's always. For me, he actually has done a good job of kind of showing more of himself and who he is and what he deals with. And I think ever since, especially since the Red Table Talk on, Will has. I enjoyed seeing Will on the Red Table because he wasn't about no bullshit.
No, he wasn't.
He was frustrated.
Yeah, frustrated, uncomfortable, pissed off.
And the hood nigga conversation that wanted to happen up there, like situation. That nigga was like, right. And you know what he wants to say, bitch, just bitch.
No, for real.
He wanted to say bitch 18 times. I counted. No.
No, for real. But even like watching the slap happen, you could see internally he may have been experiencing a see, like I got your back. Did you see what I just?
And she was stoic.
God damn.
And she didn't even care.
Fuck. Like you just seen the stages of this approval. Oh no. Now
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm taking the crew to Columbia. We partying every Friday night.
With Eva Longoria.
That nigga living his life. You going to stay with Alcina. I'm going to live my life.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, but it's just for him to though, and it was funny because I've been watching. I have saw a lot of his freestyles and shit. Like this nigga rapping.
Yeah,
and it's like, and you've been seeing it over the last couple of years because I think he hadn't had songs with Joyner Lucas, with Russ, Big Sean. And it's like, no, Will. I think he had to have. And it goes into a statement about Cliff High, like, who am I? What do I want to do? Like, my love is hip hop. Fuck this acting shit. Let me just get back to something I love to help ground myself so I can move forward in life. And it's evident. That's why that hunger in the album and in his music, like, nah, he rapping like he a rapper. And I remind people, like, no, he's a rapper. Like, he might not cuss in the music. He cuss on the freestyles. But he cuss in real life, but it's like he's a rapper. He wants, and you can see that fire in him that actually ignites him, and that's what's a lot is what's missing out of today. Is there is no fire with rapping.
Yeah, no,
there's no fire in the music, and the product comes out like that. This is why I appreciate, and I even know young guys say he's been listening to Reason, and that's why it's called "I Love You Again." Like something was taking it out, the business and trying to reach out, all that's taking the fire out. And I love when you can hear it and see it and you can smell it. I'm like, no, it's back into, this is why I love this shit in the beginning. It's like a 2025 version of Brown Sugar. When they flash back to the park, it's that.
No, for sure it is.
Like an aggressive 2025 version.
Because when like at the start of it, when we listened to it, I was like, I love it because it reminds me of the Fresh Prince, but not the Fresh Prince in the beginning, who's backed by Quincy Jones, and he has to kind of fit this persona. It's like, nah, like
this is
me.
No, this is
Will.
This is the Fresh Prince
from Philly,
from rapping, not the Fresh Prince the show.
Right.
So. He told the story about how the show got named that.
Really?
Yeah, he said that was Quincy the day he brought him in. He said before he even auditioned for the job, he's like, where you? He said, what's your rap name? He's like, Fresh Prince. That's what we gonna call it, Fresh Prince. He's like, well, wait, where you from? Because he said it was supposed to be. It was about another guy that was either producing a show. It was about him who came from Watts to like Bel Air, and he was like, wait, where you from again? This is Quincy talking like Philly. That's it. You the Fresh Prince, you coming from Philly.
That's crazy.
The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. he said, Quincy made that up the day I met with him, like
that's
before
crazy.
even auditioned.
Because even if when you read his book, he also tells a story about a troubled cousin of his. I don't know. I think he moved from the South up to Philly, and he had this hard persona about him. And Will wanted to be like him so bad, and that's how he got a lot of his character for the Fresh Prince.
That's what's up. That's crazy. I do gotta read it. I'm like, if I can read Kevin Hart's book, I can read Will's book.
How was that book?
Kevin Hart's book cool. It has some comedic stuff in it, especially when he talking about his daddy. Your daddy is crazy. According to his daddy, funny as hell. Because he's done comedy skits about it. Like the book is actually cool. Some of the themes get a little repetitive, but it's just kind of like, it's more like reinforcement. Like, this is what I was going through. This is how my life is. Like, this is what it is. It's what made me. But it's cool. I don't got nothing bad to say about it. Hell, I had my students read it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I done had my students read a lot of different books, but yeah, man. Shout out to Will, man. Shout out to the OGs getting back to rapping. I should do a OG DJ set where it's all the OGs who rapping now. Because we had what, LL Cool J and I almost said Queen Latifah. MC Light.
Okay, yep.
Dropped last year. Snoop dropped the project.
Yep. Him and Dre, right?
Him and Dre. Bun B done dropped. He's still rapping, dropping projects. Ice Cube.
Yeah,
like, we should do the OGs.
That would be hard.
Just a DJ set. I'm just playing all the OGs of their music today, though, and maybe even doing some of the old stuff, but backdooring it with some of the new stuff, and just because it's LL. I said LL, but yeah, they active, and it's good to see that they still active, and now a lot of them in a position where it ain't even about the money. Like
it's
MC,
fun now.
I told you MC Light, we was trying to get her book to come out here, bro. She was charging Now that time has passed, we can talk.
Let me guess. 75?
In that ballpark. Wanted to do club room.
What?
Club room shows. Probably max of 10 grand. And I brought it to the people who can put these shows on. Guess what they didn't do?
Reach out.
They didn't do it. And to have Rip here, and that's why I had the conversation with Rip, and I told Rip, he's like, he was at that time helping her book shows. So but anyways, I digress. But watching them just have the hunger, like I'm doing this because I love it. I want to do this. I want to stay active. I got stuff to talk about. I got stories to tell. It's good to see in the field out here in the world. And shit, even people like they ain't an OG in that respect, but Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? Staying current.
Did you see what Cameron said about him?
No.
He was
Cameron's so crazy, dog. I don't want to say Cameron because he come at me. I'm like, dude, I just run a small health clinic, dog.
I can't remember verbatim, but he was like, nigga, you like the sides. You like the anchovies. That's how he was describing Jim Jones. Yeah. That shit. The way he said it was like Cameron and paid in full. Like that shit was hilarious.
You like the mashed potatoes, like nigga voice hella deep.
Side, you like anchovies. That shit was funny.
But if we wanted to have a music argument, out of all the Dipset, who make the best music?
Who make the best music?
Best music, not just who the best rapper. That ain't what I'm asking.
I'm Joel Santana and Cameron.
Hands down, Jim Jones make the best music.
Which songs?
Whatever.
You talking about Ballin'?
No, you're not familiar with his game. It's okay. I swear to God, go listen to Vampin' 2. Go listen to his last couple. I ain't even heard. I got the new project that just dropped this year. The last one he dropped. I'll get it to you. Don't worry about it. Jim Jones.
Yeah, please go on and send that one. I'm not against Jim Jones whatsoever, but
I'm talking about from the music.
You talking about Dipset.
I'm talking about the music, not who the rap. I'm talking about the music. I'm gonna say it on this podcast. Jim Jones for me make the best music out of all of them.
I feel you. Come sit on the couch, Jim. Come sit.
If you need some gangsters, we can get them around you too.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, we got them on deck.
You gotta send me that project.
I got you. Y'all playing with my man. Y'all playing with my man.
I gotta re-listen to
and
this.
He's active. He's the one that's active getting to it.
Yeah.
And he's staying fresh with it.
Yeah, he do stay young. That's for sure. I will give him that.
So it's whatever. Speaking of fire music, we ain't gonna be here too much longer. But speaking of fire music, see, I've been on a little kick of trying to some new artists, but just finding music that's just great music.
Okay.
As the world has tried to poison me, and Young God has tried to poison me with Playboy Cardi and the likes of them.
That shit fire though.
Talking about I Am Music. I refuse. Man. I'm going to rebuke that song because I can't believe he told her to die for him. I'm like, wait, what?
That's crazy. And
like, all right.
Bitch is out here
I'm not
going
to repeat that. Yeah.
And that's sad.
We'll leave those as your LA stories because we know it's plenty that's been sacrificed. But there's been so much I've been coming across. Shout out to the algorithm.
Yeah.
Because sometimes my algorithm, my IG, little ass. Little muscle ass from the chicks.
It's a lot of ass. It's ass on everybody's algorithm.
Yeah, that's the thing that's out. But mine's kind of. I can see why the ass came to my page. I click on the ass. Right.
I feel you.
I got jiggly ass.
I be seeing his name.
My likes. I got jiggly ass and I got muscle. I'm just saying. I'm on the full. I'm on the full spectrum with mine. Like
the people you around the most. The names be showing up as the first one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, damn.
Like it's a cute ass muscle chick. Like whoa, that bitch big with a big old ass. She cute too. All right, listen. It don't matter if you can be 130 bench pressing 250, or you can be 350 and chubby. If you cute, you cute. Eric like him over here. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Whatever. I'm gonna tell you the truth. But
I love it.
outside of that, my shit is filled with boxing, sports, and music all day, every day. A lot of music. I have been blessed to my Instagram algorithm has been operating to find me some new music. And this is like a first because a lot of times I get most of my shit YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube algorithm has always been good with similar artists and trying to find your taste.
And I got my phone in my hand for a reason because with you saying new artists, it's a couple that I done discovered through my algorithm too.
Yep. And I just want to name a couple that's been getting busy this year, and I even had to go back in their catalog because there's one I gotta buy. I'm gonna start with one guy, and I think he's a feature on one of the songs I put into Knob Ties.
Okay.
But this dude, and he's finna pop.
Who?
Ben Riley.
Ben Riley?
Yeah, it's either really or Ben Riley, but it's Reilly.
Riley.
Shit. He got a high-pitched voice. He is a monster.
Fire.
He on Reason album. He got Happy New Year. What was the song?
What genre?
Osborne Park rap. Osborne Park. Happy New Year. He on Zaya Bell's album on a house record.
Oh, Zaya Bell.
Zaya Bell. And he's on Reason's album too. And he this is somebody Tim Gent been working with too.
Nice.
Ben Riley is on the rise. I used to do this at the end of the year, but Ben Riley is out of nowhere. I'm like, who's this nigga dancing in a train like a thug nigga? Like you DK Metcalf looking nigga,
Dang,
you pretty dark skinned nigga with a nose ring dancing on a train. Talking about like, wait a minute, but you got fighting. We're like, hold on, you confusing me, son. But super talented, and I'm just like. Let me tap in before everybody else tap in. Like, that's a nigga I'm watching.
Wow.
That's what I'm watching. Then, and there's a couple videos of this next duo that I've been watching. I think they're brother and sister. And I seen a video that's like, this is the best $150 I've ever spent. And it's a viral clip now because somebody tweeted like, I don't ever want it. If they can do this with $150, I want to hear about these artists complaining about big budgets. And they just doing camera work. Literally got a camera right in their face, going in their mouth. And
I know you talking about light skinned chick.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. They've been going up. Their name is Party of Two.
Yes,
nigga, go.
Thank you for saying that.
Go check out. I've been listening to the album because they went by another name. Even though if you go to like Amazon and look up their name, Party of Two, they have an album called The Addendum. It's with another producer. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. See, this album fire, and it's all kind of music. I'm like, no, they are the truth. God. Party of Two is the truth.
I'm trying to find these people. It's this one chick. She go by Kiera. Hey, I can't find it.
Man, listen. I ain't gonna lie. See, I was gonna put them in this edition for Knob Ties, and I had took them out. It was somebody else I needed to put on there, but they definitely in the next one. One of their songs, one of their newer songs. But go listen to The Addendum. I swear to God,
check it out.
I'm like, what? Just from my music, they remind me of like they're like. Excuse me, I'll be thinking like my rap trees and like who they remind, because I think they're from the West Coast. They remind me of Duckworth. They're like a new iteration of Duckworth.
Yeah. I can't wait to check it out.
And they super cold. They super cold. Shout out Duckworth. He's still out here moving. Still one of the best shows I've never seen.
Moving along.
And then there's a cat, and I saw it on the Radar. And he had like a group of dudes, look like hood dudes. They back here harmonizing with him. I think his name is like AJ Radico.
Okay.
He got a project from 2021. I went on Bandcamp. I was looking for him. Let me see. I just was, let me just sample this. I was like, nigga, what?
Crazy.
He sound like Brent Faiyaz, but can sing.
Yeah, I gotta listen.
Brent gonna beat he gonna try to whoop my ass. I'm sorry. But
my Brent Faiyaz era.
He sound like Brent Faiyaz, but can sing.
I gotta check him out.
I promise you. I'm gonna send you that link to his Bandcamp. You can be like, what the?
Please do, because my Brent Faiyaz era was so wild. I can't tell you the last time I listened to Brent Faiyaz.
That's funny. That's because he popped out with Sonder, the original Sonder tape, where he made one of the most fire stripper anthems. It's hard to make a slow stripper anthem, but he did it. I don't like strip clubs. Mm-hmm. But if you out there and you can dance to that song, and if y'all know what song I'm talking about on Sonder, I'm blanking on the name of the song. It's Lovely. If you can strip to Lovely, I don't have much money, but you can have it. I own my Jeep. I might write you the deed to my Jeep. You might get the Jeep.
Shit, one night only will get you in trouble.
Man. Oh, Division. See, now I'm going.
Oh man. Good times. That's what I'm saying. That was a wild part of my life. I listen to you turn on Brent Faiyaz right now, I go That's So Raven mode. Like
but in the past, not the future.
No, for real. In the past.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Oh, man. Definitely check out. I don't know if he has anything new. I need to check, where I buy my current music at. But I went to Bandcamp and saw that old project, and that shit sounded from a couple. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, this is getting purchased.
Wow.
So if you see another little $10, $20 purchase, man, it's me, dog. It's me. I'll be trying. And one more shout out since we talking about Bandcamp, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm so glad we had her on the show.
Shout out Riss.
Her EP is amazing.
Yeah. Very clean.
It's very clean.
I wonder who did the production on that.
Production and engineering. It's very clean.
Yeah, it was good.
I leave my personal comments on improvements later, but
yeah, it was good.
It's a really good project. Like that is a really good opening body of work. Mm-hmm. You don't hear that crisp of a sound from somebody's real first project. And it probably goes more into what we were talking about with her polishing just because of where she came from. As far as performance and show choir and stuff like that.
She's definitely on the radar. She's up next for sure. Shout out to her for being in Knob Ties for the 3rd issue in a row for the playlist.
Was it 3 in a row or 2?
Was it 2? It was 2.
It was 2. Yeah.
It was 2. Yeah. But it's crazy because it's like
she worked.
I've seen her in Knob Ties. Mm-hmm. She's about to be announced for another event, but then she just dropped her artist announcement for Afrofest Nashville.
Yep. She moving, and it's evident. She's a little eager, but I'm so glad there's a new artist that's eager.
Yeah, no facts.
That want to do it.
Most of them ain't like that.
They ain't. They shy and timid. Go get it. And
she doing a great job.
She in the ocean. She swimming, and she ain't playing with y'all. Hell, and now it's just the refinement.
Yeah.
We gotta sand the wood carving because the carving's there. Mm-hmm. It's about sanding the edges, the rough edges, cleaning it up. And
I'm telling you, we need to get in the studio. I was about to say 2 names. Like I was gonna pin us with 2 names, but I don't think that would be healthy considering the legal trouble that these 2 people are in.
Just wait.
But musically, music pioneers like R. Kelly and Diddy. Okay, sorry, you have to forget their lifestyle for just 2 seconds.
I don't know how she just made me into R. Well, my R. Kelly or my Diddy? Who would you want to use?
I mean, does it really matter?
It does. I think. Actually, it don't.
It's both bad.
Oh, my gosh. So R. Diddy and Puff Kelly.
Listen, musically, I'm talking musically, just geniuses. I'm telling you. If you and I got in there as executive producers.
Listen, it's up. Look, what we on? We gotta have that conversation. I know what we on, but we gotta have that conversation.
We gotta walk through that,
and we gotta do that.
And we'll lock down the dates.
Yeah, because I know. Yeah, we got to. It's just time. Mm-hmm. It's that timing. I ain't gonna say we gotta do it tomorrow. We got so much shit flying right now, but I think some opportunities gonna pop up where we ain't gonna have. Well, we're gonna have the choice. It's either we gonna do or don't, and I'm ready to do. Like I'm ready for it.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, man. We got to. It's just too much.
And we can choose.
Oh yeah. Listen,
in our hands.
I'm sorry again. Hey, Omaha, I love y'all. this business. This finna be business. Sorry if I'm hurting if I'm gonna hurt your feelings about me green lighting some shit and red lighting some of y'all shit. Sorry. This business. And it don't mean it. I got my own taste. I got my own ideas.
It's just like that shit I posted. Like if I was a DJ,
oh yeah,
I play the shit I want to play. If you don't want to dance, I don't give a boop.
Good. This is your party. It depends. If I look at all of this as artistic expression, of self, and the people who like it will gravitate towards it.
Facts.
Whether it's DJing, the artists we decide to work with, it's about taste and expression.
Exactly.
I don't have a taste for that. If your shit McDonald's, it don't even mean I don't like fast food. I just might like Wendy's.
Facts.
I don't like that one. So it's sorry, I'm not gonna be sorry. Like some of this shit just gonna be business. Hell, I had to have a conversation with an artist about some of that. It's just business, and we'll talk about that after.
Oh,
but it's just business. It ain't even nothing too serious. But I'm like, baby girl, business. Yeah. So, but yeah. Oh, I gotta highlight one more artist, and I almost forgot my man. And I did not know he was dropping shit last year and this year, and he been wilding. The biggest. If I could sing, I promise you, I would take his voice.
Who?
Fucking Jacob Banks.
I don't know.
From oh my God.
Wait,
He from London.
No, never mind.
Listen.
I thought I knew.
No.
Don't.
No. Before we leave, I'm gonna hook back up to the Bluetooth. I'm gonna play you the first track, maybe the middle track, and the last track on this EP from the end of last year.
Jacob Banks.
Banks, and he's been on my radio for a minute. I've been listening to him for a minute now. He has one of the best discographies for movie scoring you could ever. He's soulful. He sounds like he's supposed to be from Tennessee or Texas with a burly ass voice, but he kind of blends in electronic music mixed with country soul. Okay. And he has an extremely burly, deep, strong voice. And this project I'm going to play you is him infusing his African roots with this shit. Mixing it with it sound like Nigerian high life music. And it's
that's crazy.
I'm telling you. So Jacob Banks, my bad. I don't know where I was at for the last year.
Okay, Jacob.
You messed me up. You. I'm like, yo, I play it all the time right now. I got my daughter on this. She
kids don't tell you.
Yeah. She know what good music is. She'll approve or not. She'll figure it out. And the song I thought was like, oh man, this don't really fit. It's like super slow. Has slowly became my favorite song because he's speaking in an African tongue in part of the song.
Oh wow!
And his sound, it do something to my spirit. And I don't know if it's Ghanaian or if it's Nigerian. I gotta
go over there.
Yeah. I'm getting my house next year. Come on, we come.
No, for real, I want to go over there.
Yeah, I'm getting my house next year.
Have a little spiritual moment real quick, but I've always had the gift of tongues.
You want to figure out where which one it comes from?
I gotta know. I know it's a gift, but I know what it sounds. It sounds like where it sounds like it's coming from. So I need to go over there. Tap in.
Yeah. I will.
So let me know.
I'll let you know, because I got to go back. It's been 16 years.
How long is the flight over there? You go back to Nigeria?
Yeah, but we didn't fly direct when I flew because it was no direct.
Oh, okay.
So now you can fly to Atlanta. Out of Atlanta, there's directs.
Oh, that's
to
crazy.
Lagos.
That's crazy.
Which makes sense. But we had to fly from. Was I in Ohio? I think I met my dad in New York. We flew New York to, I think, Italy, and then had to fly down from Italy down to Lagos. I'm like, when you talking, and I'm talking 20-hour layover. It was some rough.
Oh my God.
It was a rough flight, but amazing trip. I definitely do got to get back. That's a thing that it's sitting on me pretty heavy. Yeah. Right now to get back and reconnect, and it's so much I want to do with my even. Should I put the idea in the universe?
What?
I don't understand why all of my Nigerian American and Nigerian British artists are not doing festivals and doing music together and building the labels back home. There are no labels. They could own an infrastructure.
Wow. Do most of them who go international tend to sign to a American label?
Yep. They go British, American. There ain't no African labels. And I'm like, why don't...
That's crazy.
And when I say Nigerian Americans, it's not just like Toby and Wigway. Mm-hmm. It's Tyler, the Creator.
Right. That's true. I forget about
It's
him.
Maxo Cream. It's Wale and Ade. It's Little Sims.
Right. I've been listening to her forever.
These are real life Nigerians.
That's crazy.
I'm like, yo, and I be sitting on it thinking like, I gotta get some. We gotta make this call. Like we gotta do this. Like, could own a heavy piece of the industry.
Shit, what's her name? What's her name? Tyler. Well, she's from South Africa.
She don't claim to be black.
She's colored, right?
Yes, which is a step above black in South Africa.
Really?
The caste system. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's why it was. That's
you're
why
colored, but you're not.
The issue wasn't that she said she
it.
was colored. We know they use that. It was the connotation of what that means. She won't. They're still black in South Africa. And she won't say she's black.
Makes sense.
Yeah, man. But that's what I've been rocking to. See these last couple days, like heavy too. Heavy on the Jacob Banks. Heavy on wrist. I've been heavy.
Yeah, I still gotta listen to the rest or a couple more songs, but her stuff is fire. I ain't gonna lie, like I don't feel like I've been bumping no music lately.
Been focused and busy,
man. And it's wild, but we did get a new record player stand. So I got to sift through all my vinyls. So it was nice going through those again, picking apart the top ones so I could like place them higher. But I think the last project I listened to all the way through was Confunction on vinyl.
Really?
And that was like 4 days ago.
That's funny. I got a CD. I went and purposely bought a Confunction CD. Yeah. I think I got 1 or 2 Confunction vinyls as well. Now that's what's up.
Yeah.
I got so many vinyls, I ain't even popped them. But I also want, I ain't gonna lie, another podcast idea. Just want to sit and play a record.
Oh, that'll be fine.
And then just have a chat. If something comes in the song, that'll be the topic. And just have just like a fireside chat.
That's tight. I like that.
But trying to figure out who to do that with.
Yeah.
That was one of the things. And you know, the rights of music playing.
Right.
It's a whole they still ain't figured that shit out. Lord have mercy.
It's crazy.
They just battling for ownership and who get what splits. That's all that's happening. And they making this shit hard. Like, there's no way we should be battling about putting DJ sets up online in 2025.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We should not still be in this. We should be able to just name the songs and go on about our day. Y'all do the splits.
Right.
Y'all should know the splits.
They handle that anyway.
They're in a battle with who's the distributor, who's reason why. It's just a mess, man. The music industry is a mess. And it's actually hurting the artists if we be keeping it in the buck.
It's always hurting the artists.
Yeah, keeping it in the buck. But man, I ain't got nothing else to see. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely want, we had to talk a little bit about the homies at Dreamville, and can't wait for Badu and Alchemist album.
Oh, yes. I'm ready for that. I feel like somebody else is about to come out with a project. Maybe it was them I was thinking about.
Like OG wise? What's up, young guy?
I was gonna say, since Kendrick about to start his tour, you think he's gonna drop?
That's what I predicted.
I don't know.
It don't feel like it. It just don't feel like it. And unless there's a surprise EP with him and SZA.
Cause I don't know. I could be wrong. I was about to say, like, it feels like things are fizzling out a little bit. Not saying that he ain't hot or on top. I'm just saying, just calming.
Yeah, I think he's keeping it quiet for the tour. Like, you know what? Let me just go kind of silent. Then once the tour start and whatever production he finna put on, finna be ridiculous.
Crazy. Yeah.
You know what it's finna be. Like, nope, let's be quiet. Hey, Mustard, you know what? You come too.
Yeah.
You know what? I know I done got you some money. You finna produce something right now? No? You already sold your beats out? Come on, DJ for a little bit. Just play your music.
Ain't they about to release the what do they call it? Posthumous.
Oh, posthumous
Yeah,
for.
Nipsey.
I did see something like that. I did see something like that.
I hate that shit. That shit like makes me feel weird.
It depends on how far along were they in the project.
Right.
And a lot of times you can hear it. So that's funny. It's a whole nother topic. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Nipsey got a lot of work and a lot of verses out there that just never got released. And I think if they are gonna do a posthumous album, I hope they can combine all the people who've been sitting on records that probably really wanted to release them, but couldn't do it in a way that didn't seem like they were gaining off of his death. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's a weird. Like I'm thinking as an artist. So if Nipsey, I got songs with Nip, and I can't now release them because now it looks like I'm capitalizing off his death. Has enough time passed, and if it's done in the right manner, can we now do that? Even if it's on a Nipsey tape, let's say it's now if it's Nipsey's, and we say this was a song he was on, can we put this on the record? Because there's a portion where you are going to capitalize off of it, but you would have also capitalized in his life.
Yeah, that's true.
'Cause he was fish grease when he died. You know what I'm saying? He was in there cooking, and so I feel like there's enough time for me, especially in this particular situation. There's enough time that's passed for me to be able to digest it and be okay with people releasing. I would be okay with people.
Yeah,
They got records releasing them now. Like I would personally probably be okay. Like,
because how long Nip been gone? 8 years?
it can't have been that long. It can't have been that long.
8?
I'm gonna be hurt. Hey, no, fam.
Siri, what year did?
Oh my God.
8?
It's 6 years. Almost 6.
Almost 6.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
It don't feel. That's crazy. But I would be okay with the posthumous album for Nip. Now,
Okay.
you know one that I did not enjoy
What?
was Mac Miller's.
I didn't even listen.
It
Did it sound thrown together?
sounded completely different from where his trajectory was in his sound. And maybe he was going to take it somewhere else. Mac Miller was on a very much funk and soul with everything that came out from the divine, especially the divine feminine to swimming is funk and soul music. And then Circles came out and it was like white people funk, like Beatles.
Gotcha.
And I just couldn't, I was like, and I'm like, is this where I think he was going with it? It was pretty soon. It didn't take a long time for them to release it. And I personally wasn't jiving with the music side of it. So maybe I should give it another listen. I probably have tried to listen to it one time. And I was like, this don't feel right. Something is off with it. And I just couldn't get down with it. Me personally. I did get to see him perform though here. After the Divine Feminine. And it was funny in the crowd because most of the crowd knows his older stuff. And I'm in here, black dude. I'm like, no, the Divine Feminine is that shit. It's funky. It's like, what's up?
Right.
So when he got to them tracks here, don't nobody know the lyrics. They know the Donald Trump lyrics. I'm in that bit going crazy. Like, what? I mean, my lady was going crazy. What you mean? I'm like, this that shit. They didn't know none of this. I was like, oh, they only want to hear that other stuff.
That's how I be.
And they still don't even know the mixtape stuff. That's a whole nother.
You sound like me at T-Pain concert in L.A. Didn't nobody know nothing. I'm talking like, what year was that? 06. T-Pain. Clueless.
I'm like, what was after 06 T-Pain? No.
Some random pop shit.
I don't even know. I only know 06 T. Battling Jamie Foxx for the top spot. What is y'all talking about?
Yeah.
But no, man. So if they do the Nipsey album, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
And especially now, and I'm so glad Black Sam has came back out and is trying to, in honor of his brother, he I think he really realized a lot of stuff Nip was doing was his dream. That was what he wanted to do. That's not Black Sam's thing. And for Black Sam to open up the
Marathon
Burger, and to carve his lane in it, and to even still pay homage, because that's what him and his brother would do. They would cook together. It's beautiful to see, because I know I was disappointed, but at the beginning when everything shut down on the block, but at the same time, like, that's not what he wanted to do. That's not what Black Sam wanted to do. So it's also like he knows I couldn't keep it up in the manner they should be up. That's just not what I want to do, nor is it my forte.
It has been beautiful to see all the artists come through to help serve. Because like you said, like, part of that was Black Sam's element, not all of it, but just to see the music side and folks interested who were fans and just peers of Nip come through to assist. That's mad dope. And the fact they're on Melrose, it's a big fucking deal.
Right.
That's on the other side, you know what I'm saying? Like, of the hill, that's like crazy.
Yeah. And to watch some of the street folks coming over who were rivals but still paying their respects. Like, fam, y'all still putting on for the city at the end of the day. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I will never understand all of LA politics.
It's wild.
Nor agree with a lot of it. But
shit, seeing all this shit with you see all this shit with Big U? Oh my God. Just
I'm gonna check it out. Yeah. So it's all good, man. It's all good. But yeah, man. Woo. A lot of new stuff. We got stuff to check out. We got music to listen to. Yeah, shout out to the up and coming artists that's hungry, that's getting it. Shout out to the other platforms that give people a space to be.
Facts.
Shout out to the Omaha and Nebraska artists that's really about to break through. We got in different arenas too.
Going
like,
crazy.
It's up. Like, it's time. So everybody need to get out their feelings and get to work.
Drop them draws and get to the business. For real, that's where it's at. You ain't got time to look around.
Listen, as my homie told a chick on my futon one time, I said, hey, what did you tell her? He said, you know what we can't do? Assume the position.
Damn.
Hey, assume your position. Get in position. Do what you got to do.
That's straight up.
You know what you came here to do, but do it. So it's all good. It's all good, man. We gonna get up out of here. We appreciate y'all, man.
Yes.
And make sure y'all follow us on Streets A&R. That's Streets A&R. We on everything but Apple.
Still.
Yeah. I swear I want to get it fixed, but that shit don't be working.
It's okay. It's just like not meant to be.
Yeah.
Because then an endorsement is gonna come from Apple Music.
Yeah.
And then
we gotta get y'all on. We'll fix it.
On there.
Fix it. What Janet Jackson say? And them,
fix it. That was some funny shit.
She was so hurt, boy.
You know, I had just seen an interview that said they were filming that movie around the time Michael Jackson died. Mm-hmm. And that was like...
That was a real reaction.
That shit was wild.
That was a real... She was really crying. That was a real reaction. That was not acting. Oof. So that fix it came from her soul. That fix it came from her soul. So that's why she was...
Scene was like...
I'm not happy of the situation, but her disgruntled character... I'm glad the character was already disgruntled, because she wouldn't have been able to play any other type of character in that movie. There was no way during that time. So, and it came through the screen. She was... Yeah, you can tell she was hurt. That was not... A lot of that wasn't acting. The emotional parts. It was just her. That was her,
wild.
How she feels. So, yeah, man.
We love you, Janet.
We do.
I love her. She's so fucking tight.
Kendra should have brought her out for the Super Bowl and pulled her back out. But that's a hell of a system. Just one time. Buck the system altogether.
Oh my God.
Serena Crip walking on one stage and Janet up there with the pasty. Just waiting on it. Like,
have her standing on what looks like a hill, and then when you get an aerial view of it, it's like an areola.
Yeah, that'd have been hard.
That would have been crazy.
Hard is the wrong word, but okay. Hard nipple because she wrecked. That's crazy. All right, man, we get out of here, man. Make sure you listen, subscribe, watch, like, share, comment, all of that, man. We love y'all, man. We getting up out of here. It's your host, Giddy Jicky with it.
Cheers, your girl C.O.B.
We out.
Peace.
the beats, the flow, the rhythm. All movement starts from the streets. Streets A&R Podcast.